Hello, I'm Sifu Kuttel and welcome to Taiji Connection, the series where we look at the moments between the movements and the transitions between positions. In this video, we're going to be working with the Taiji fan. Now, we're not going to be opening the fan. We're going to keep it closed with our hand holding the butt end of the fan. So don't worry about too much extra things going on here. But really the goal that we're going to do is to change from one hand to the other and move in an undetected motion. So what this requires is first an understanding of what you would do without the hand change, and then second, having a consistent and smooth hand change. So what I mean by first is when you're doing it without the hand change, if we were to move from an uppercut position and then to turn and poke by keeping the fan in the same hand, this is a good way to practice and understand how the motion should go. And then what we're going to focus on is how to time it correctly so that instead of just having one hand come up, it changes to the other hand. And ideally, this should be undetectable in motion. So if somebody's watching you do this, it shouldn't really click in their mind that you actually switched hands until maybe a moment after they might realize that, hey, that's the other hand. Now, the other thing is having a correct hand change. So you want to make this consistent. It's actually quite a simple hand change since we're keeping the fan closed. We're just going to bring our hands together like we're clapping, okay? Or we're paying respects with incense, all right? So as we bring the hands together like a clap, then it's easy to change the hand, okay? And then you can just bring your fingers around from there. Now we are going to bring it down to the hip as we do this. So from our right hand, we're going to bring it down to our right hip to change, and then we'll poke out. If you wanted to try this with your left side, you would start with your left hand, bring it down to your left hip, change over, and then it's in your right hand. Okay, so keep that in mind as we're doing this too, which hip you're working from, and it'll be a lot easier. We'll begin this technique with the fan closed. So just keep a nice tight grip on the fan, just like this. And then I'm going to have it in my right hand, and I'm going to bring both hands back towards my right side. I'm going to pivot, step, and then advance forward with a cat stance position. This should make a nice circle as I'm coming up, and then hitting with an uppercut to the chin. So again, from here, 1, 2, okay? Now if I'm facing this way, again, hands come back, 1, 2. Now here we go for our hand change. The idea here is to make it undetectable. You should have the appearance as if you're taking the fan, bringing it next to your hip, and then you're going to poke forward. However, you switch hands in the process. So from here, as the fan comes down, all of a sudden it pokes with the other hand or left hand. And this is where the correct hand change makes it seem undetectable. If somebody's watching and they're not really keeping a close eye on it, they may not see that you actually switched the fan to the other hand. Okay, so let's start again from this position. We step 1, 2, bring the hands down. Now at the same time, I start turning my knee inward, pivoting on my foot, turning the heel outward, okay? So the hands come up, went from this position. As it comes down, I clap next to my hip as I get ready for that hand change. As I pivot, and then I shift back to the heel, open up the foot, step out, and then finish with my forward poke. My palm is facing sideways and I have a really good hip position here and hand position here. So again, we have 1, 2, bring your hands down, pivot, hand change, and then shift forward here. Okay? Now if I'm facing this way, bring my hands down, 1, 2, pivot, hand change, and then now shift forward with the final poke. Okay? If I'm facing towards this corner, right here, 1, 2, pivot, change, finish with the poke. And just really, it's as simple as that. The key details that you really want to pay attention to is bringing your hand down by your hip. It may not be a bad idea to start just simply in practicing poking with the right hand. So you get used to how the body would chamber and position that next to the right hip, and then focus on that pivot again as we bring it down, change, and then shift forward with the left hand. And you'll find that this becomes actually quite easy to do. All right, so there you have it. This is quite simple. Once you know all of the small details, when to pivot, which hip to bring it to, and how to do that hand change. Now, it may seem simple when you're watching this, when you're practicing this after watching this video. But if you were to approach this without having that knowledge and having somebody really point out those little details, this could be actually quite confusing. So hopefully you came out of this being like, oh, this is really easy, because I don't want you to go through and struggle through figuring out how to do that hand change and then try to put it together, because it just tends to be really choppy. If you've watched some of the other Taiji connection videos where we switch the fan to another hand, you find that the theme is making things as simple as possible and making things as consistent as possible. And it usually takes just one small adjustment or attention towards one little thing. But in the end, as long as you have those details, it should be easy and you can focus on the technique itself. If you ever have an issue with some of these techniques that I've explained, or you've have an issue with other techniques where you have to switch the fan from one hand to the other, a good way to approach it is to simply take the fan out of your hands. How would you do this movement as an empty hand form? And then you can start doing it with the fan, keeping it in the same hand without doing the switch, and then finally doing the switch itself. And hopefully those perspectives will give you a chance to identify the small points in the transition that you really need to put extra attention to and make little adjustments for. So hope this helps. If you're a fan of this video, make sure to hit that like button, and as always, be sure to subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.